Welcome to POL Classics. Be sure to check out the best of POL from over the years. It's at its most popular day and time, and guess what? It's only on WNEP+.
WNEP proudly presents the premier outdoor show in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, your window to the great outdoors. Tonight on Pennsylvania Outdoor Life.
The Bloomsburg Fair through the eyes of our producers. You won't believe what we found.
This week's show is ready to roll. Pennsylvania Outdoor Life starts right now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life live from the Bloomsburg Fair. Look at all the happy people in that crowd right now. Don Jacobs, Ken Hunter, hello, everybody. Mike Stevens.
What a beautiful day. You know, Jake, not only is it a gorgeous day, I love the smells as I walk down through the aisleways here. Wow.
And that sort of makes your mouth water, too, doesn't it, Mike?
Yeah, I got as far as the apple dumpling stand over here. And then I came here. So, you know, I'm working my way around.
What an incredible week here at the fair. Of course, all the people here watching the taping of Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, but the crowds have been phenomenal all week long, and it certainly shows the tradition the Bloomsburg Fair has here, right here in Pennsylvania.
Well, Jake, we have a lot of things going on here today, so I'm going to get right to it. We have the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission with us, and I'm going to come over to this end of the table, and Officer Dave here is going to hand me one of these critters. We got a lot of critters here to look at. He's going to hand me one of them, and listen, he has asked that no one leave their seats because a couple of these critters are dangerous, and I'm not talking about Mike Stevens, I'm talking about what's in here. So we're going to start with one of them. I'm going to come out here to the crowd and show you, and Jake, I believe you have one coming up here, don't you?
Dave Koneski, the Fish and Boat Commission, what did you just give Ken there?
Yeah, it's an American toad. What we have are a variety of reptiles and amphibians here that might show up in someone's backyard, and not many people realize that they're afforded protection by the Fish and Boat Commission. There's anything from special permits required to a no-close season with a limit of 2. But we have an American toad that we just handed out, and most people will see them around their homes.
Okay. And what's next?
Okay, what we're going to have next is a painted turtle, and this is probably the most common turtle you'll see in Pennsylvania. Okay.
Is there a right way and a wrong way to hold this?
Okay, this turtle isn't, it's not going to hurt you. Okay, you can hold him pretty much anyway. Okay, just hold him by the side of the shell and try not to cause him too much stress.
Okay, Mike, you're up next. Grab one of those critters.
What do we got, bud? You get the turtle?
Nope, you get the frog.
Oh, the frog.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold him good. Yeah, that's a pickerel frog.
What do we call this guy?
That's a pickerel frog. They're found they're very common throughout Pennsylvania.
All right.
Entire state.
We'll take him around and show him off.
Correct.
Come on, pickerel frog. What do you think of this guy?
No. We have some more things here yet. Do I get to hold something else yet, Officer Dave? Here, is there something else in here for me?
Okay. The first three that we handed out are harmless. Okay, what we're going to show you now is this year.
There you go.
Just born a few weeks ago, a northern water snake.
Is what it's called. Okay.
A deadly poisonous water snake. No.
They're not poisonous in Pennsylvania, but they are aggressive, and they'll get the sizes substantially larger than that. You want to be careful around these when they get bigger.
That's a little wimpy snake. Go ahead,
yeah.
Take it out in the audience.
Sure. I get the first snake, see.
Okay, next what we have are two small snapping turtles that are also this year. They were born just a few weeks ago, and if you look on the bottom, you can see it has an egg sac yet. Okay, that's going to indicate that it was born this year. Okay, and that's what they start out as, just that big, about the size of a quarter.
Okay, now, Mike, you wouldn't be afraid of putting those little guys in your hands, would you?
No, that guy.
Go ahead, Dave, help him out. Let him do that, because I think what we're going to do to show the comparison is ask Kurt to grab the next thing. We're going to jump ahead to this thing right here. Now,
guy wants to get
what
away.
your assistant Kurt over here, another officer with the Fish and Boat Commission, is about to show us, if that's the size of a small snapping turtle, what is he about to grab here?
Okay, he's going to grab an adult snapping turtle, and I'd estimate the age on this guy at approximately 50 years old. It is mid-sized. They do get substantially bigger in Pennsylvania, but this is actually a reptile that if you don't show a little bit of respect to, it can hurt you. You can see the long jagged claws on its feet, but it's called a snapping turtle, and if he grabs a hold of you, he's going to cause you a lot of grief.
Now, if that animal was in somebody's backyard pond or whatever, would it be dangerous to have little kids swimming with that thing in the pond?
They're very people shy. The only time they actually get aggressive is when somebody will mess around with them. Okay, and they'll typically give you they'll haunch up on their back hind legs and they're going to hiss before they strike. Okay, they give you a little bit of a warning there, kind of like a rattlesnake rattling its tail.
Now that's one that they make snapper soup out of, right? That is actually considered something that people would fish for or take out of a pond.
Absolutely. It's not common, I guess, but we do run into people who set turtle traps or set lines out for them, and they will make turtle soup.
The size of this guy.
Okay. Now, what do we have next? We jumped out a line there, but you've got something else for us right here.
Okay, what we have now,
I think that's the small one.
Uh-oh.
all right, okay, he's getting a little aggressive here. This is a little bigger version of the northern water snake that we handed out. Okay, and as you can see, they are aggressive like we stated earlier. Now, this guy's probably not big enough to cause any serious damage right now, but when he gets a little bit bigger, he may break the skin with a bite. Okay, so you want to be careful who's ever going to hold him. And if he does strike, he's only going to nip you a little bit. He got my finger, but nothing bad happened to me.
Okay. I feel that snip right there. Let's go into the audience here and get some reaction.
I think it's good that Jake gets the big rattlesnake, or the big snake over there.
All right,
we're just noticing here, Officer Dave, we put the little turtle on the big turtle. Look at the difference in size.
We're just going to sit down.
Difference. And that big one's going to get bigger yet.
So where are you from?
Catawissa.
Are you used to snakes?
In the backyard, I kill them.
Yeah. Here, just hold this for a second. I got an itch. You won't do that? This is a water snake, you said, Dave.
It's a northern water snake.
All right, well, we've got to move on to some of the other bigger snakes that you had brought along, so why don't, Mike, you can get involved with this anytime.
Oh, no, that's all right, Jake. You just go right ahead.
All right, the water snake. We're going to put him back in the water where he belongs. What are we looking at now, Dave? Go right ahead over there.
The next one we're going to take out is going to be a black rat snake. Again, very common. It can be found around people's homes, occasionally in their basements. Their primary diet is mice. If you have
Non-poisonous?
right, it's a non-venomous snake, but it can inflict a heck of a bite. Okay, they're rarely aggressive, but if it does bite you, this one's going to break the skin.
So you're the only one that's holding it, is what you're telling us.
You guys can hold this one. This one isn't aggressive.
Okay. You want this one, Jake? I'll hold this one.
Jake has volunteered. I'll hold the tail.
Okay.
Give Jake the head.
Okay. Can we just let him go?
Absolutely.
While I'm showing this one around, go right into the next snake because we're running out a little. We'll take this out into the audience.
Okay, that black rat snake is about half grown. It'll get to 8 feet long. Now, this last snake is the reptile in Pennsylvania that will command the most respect. It's a black phase of a timber rattlesnake.
I'm getting on this side.
It's important that everybody remain seated for this. We don't want anybody lunging at it. And you can see some subtle differences between our venomous and non-venomous snakes in Pennsylvania. The diamond-shaped head, the rattle, of course, and the eyes, if you can see the eyes, but it's not a good snake to see them on.
Well, Officer Dave, we really appreciate you guys bringing these snakes in here for us to get a look at. We're going to have to wrap this segment up. Mike is saying, thank goodness.
How about a round of applause for the Fish and Boat Commission? Kurt and Dave, thank you very much. I'm going to make my way through the crowd here a little bit with my buddy, the other snake, and we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more from the Bloomsburg Fair.
We'll have even more POL Classics on WNEP Plus right after this.
Back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, a special edition from the Bloomsburg Fair.
And boy, we're having a great time, aren't we, Mike?
We certainly are.
I am here with Patricia Sweater, and boy, we have the sweetest little animal up here on the stage with us. Patricia, what is this?
This is a white-tailed fawn. Her name is Dawn. and she's about 3 years old. And right now you can tell she's starting to lose her spots because this is about the time of the year that the fawns lose their spots. It's all a combination of their age and the weather. It's starting to get a little bit cold here at Bloomsburg. It always gets cold at the fair. Everybody knows that.
Now, you have a stand here, right, Patricia?
Yes, we do. We have 2 stands. One's up on 12th Street where the kids can come pet the fawns, and one down on F Avenue by the arena.
Now, I understand that Mike once kissed a pig, so we're going to try something here.
Yes,
I would much rather kiss the deer, so I have a carrot I'm going to put in my mouth, and you think the deer will eat that?
Well, we can give it a try.
We'll give it a try. This could be serious.
Yeah, one of the first times on television. Here we go. Ah, lovely.
I'd much rather do that, Mike, than what you did. So.
Good job, Ken.
Now, we're going to find out what you actually do feed this deer. You have a young lady here that's going to help us out. Let's bring her out.
Yeah. This is Dorianne, and she's come around to all the fairs, and she's helped me feed the fawns. All the children can come give the deer carrots and bottles, and this is Dorianne, and she knows how to feed them. She's done it before.
Well, while Dorianne is feeding this little critter, and boy, isn't that just the cutest thing you ever saw. I don't know where Jake is right now, but I know he's somewhere off to the side with Mike Lewis and his new CD.
I'm right here, Ken. I'm right here in this beautiful day in front of these beautiful people from northeastern and central Pennsylvania waiting to buy the CD Mike Lewis produced. And in fact, he's been signing autographs for 3 days, and we're just going to interrupt him. Excuse me, Mike, 1 second. How's it going here? Incredible turnout from the people of northeastern and central Pennsylvania.
Jake, this is day 3, and I mean, you can see the response from folks in central and northeast PA has just been phenomenal, and they're always willing to give and help a good cause, and that's the case here.
And where's the money going, Mike?
All Boys and Girls Club, Northeast PA. You know, we were on the radio again this morning at 8 o'clock, and people actually requesting the songs, and as you know, this is stuff that I wrote. We did 6 songs on this CD, and all the profits going to the Boys and Girls Club. So
absolutely,
we're so thankful.
Absolutely incredible. And another thing they're asking for is they want to see the music video that they produced, that Mike produced as he was making his CD. And for a second round here, let's take a look at Mike Lewis and his video CD.
Found your way into my heart, rescued me from the dark, but you know that I'm already gone. Turned around and found you there, wishing that I could care, but you know that I'm already gone. And I held on to what you brought me through, and I found my way to a brighter day, and I played the part of a broken heart, but you know that I'm already gone. But you know that I'm already gone. One time, maybe 2, baby, I'd see it through, but you know that I'm already gone. Always finding someone new, did what you had to do, but you know that I'm already gone. See by now that I should know, love's like a picture show, but I'm already gone. We would make a fine review, front page of movie news, 'cause I'm already gone. And I held on to what you brought me through, and I found my way to a brighter day, and
Mike Lewis's Umbrellas in the Sun, now available at Joe Nardone's Gallery of Sound. 11 locations for that. And, of course, at the WNEP Open House. Now, the Pennsylvania Outdoor Life cabin is set to go. We've redecorated it. Ken Hunter, myself, and anybody else involved with Pennsylvania Outdoor Life will be at the open house, along with a host of other WNEP characters, I guess we'll call them, and personalities. That's October 4th, up there at the WNEP studios, right off of Interstate 81 in Music. And of course, you're invited, and you'll also be able to buy Mike Lewis Umbrellas in the Sun. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, more of Pennsylvania Outdoor Life from the Bloomsburg Fair.
POL Classic, we'll have much more of it on WNEP Plus right after this.
And welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, a special edition from the Bloomsburg Fair. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple special guests for you.
We sure do, Mike. I'm here with Cynthia Poole, and she's special, but she's brought some special animals along, some of her dogs. Cynthia, what do we have here? What dog is this?
This is a Labrador Retriever, a yellow lab. You have 3 different colors. We have the black, we have the chocolate, and then this is the yellow. The yellow labs are known for their swimming ability, and for hunting they're used, and for house pets also.
Now, you called this a retriever. Do you have to teach this dog to retrieve, or do they automatically know how to do that?
Well, they're born with that instinct, but you have to train them that they know exactly to bring it back to you.
Bring it back. Okay, now we have another dog over here, and Mike and I have been talking about this little beagle over here, and I already said, if this dog is missing at the end of the show, I know who has it. Mike is in love with this little beagle. Tell us a little bit about the beagle.
The beagle is a hunting dog and a house dog, and it's used for its nose. That's what it uses. The nose gets on the ground and chases that rabbit around. And
that's what they're most known for, rabbits?
Rabbits. They hunt rabbits. I hear some people say they hunt birds, but I don't know, but they say they do hunt them.
Well, this dog is probably mighty anxious because we have some rabbits up here, Jake.
It's like the biggest tease you could do to a beagle is put it right next to a rabbit, not even a couple of feet away.
That's like a giant steak in front of Mike, isn't it?
Hey. Or a cream puff, I don't know, either one. But right now we're standing here with Todd Lehman from the Bloomsburg Fair. And Todd, what kind of rabbit you got here?
This is a mini Rex.
And is it one that you would breed for a pet? Why would you have a rabbit like this?
That's what we have it for. It actually belongs to this is my son. It's his bunny. He has it in the show down here at the rabbit barn.
And do you think it's at all like shaking in its fur right now because being this close to a beagle?
I thought the beagle would be barking to chase him, but he's not.
Now, how popular is raising a rabbit? Is it fun for the family? Is there actually a business in it?
Yeah, there's business or commercial growers who grow them for meat, and also for pet stores they grow them. And it's a very inexpensive pet. About 50-pound bag of feed will feed this little rabbit for a year.
Now, this is just about the size of a cottontail or a small snowshoe rabbit, but take a look at the rug next to that. What is that over there, Todd?
That is a Flemish giant.
A Flemish giant. Can we hold that up or play with that a little bit?
Yeah, and we'll let Darvin handle him now. He's used to picking this one up.
Jake, I'm just wondering about this animal over here. Looks like a gerbil on steroids. Is it true that...
That's why the beagle's not coming down his lap. I think the beagle's scared to come to this end of the table when he saw that rabbit.
Todd, is it true that this animal here actually chases beagles in the woods? Yeah.
They run the other way. Look at the beagle. Is his tail between his legs or anything there?
I want to see a show of hands from the audience out there.
17 pounds, this rabbit. So
how many of you guys beagle hunt or rabbit hunt? What would you do if you ever saw one of these rabbits? You'd probably go crazy, wouldn't you? Absolutely. That is an incredible rabbit.
Fantastic animal, Jake.
Tell me one more thing, Todd. Is there a market for a pet with these kind of animals too?
Yeah, they raise them for pet and also for meat. They are raised for both.
Unbelievable.
And if anybody wants to check them out, they come down to the rabbit and poultry barn. We have them on display down there, and they can pet the rabbits. We'll have them out on display for them.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Now, we are going to take a short break here on Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, but before we do, we're going to say stick around and we'll have much more coming up in just a minute. And welcome back to our special edition of Pennsylvania Outdoor Life from the Bloomsburg Fair. Look at that incredible crowd.
Wow, I guess. Great crowd, great day, isn't it?
You know what I say? Over for the next 2 minutes, let's ask some questions. I'm dying to find out, like, why this lady here, and what is your name?
Patty Murray from Pottsgrove.
Patty Murray, and what brings you to the fair?
Oh, I like the shows, I like the entertainment, food, arts and crafts, the works.
And thanks for hanging in there and watching the special edition of Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. Mike Stevens, you've got one of our good viewers over there. What's he got to say?
I have a whole family, actually, Jake. Where are you from, folks?
Bloomsburg.
All right. What are your names?
Chicos.
Okay.
Chicos.
And individually?
I'm Jim. This is Nick. My wife Diana and Brian.
Okay. What do you like best about the fair so far?
The food and the rides today. The boys are doing the rides today mostly. So.
All right. Great deal. Great deal. Say, listen, while I have you here, who do you think works the hardest of the three here? Me, Jake, or Ken?
Probably you.
Thank you very much.
I think you do.
That's good. I'll have the 20 for you when we get finished.
Okay.
Ken, where are you, bud? There you go.
I'm over here. Hey, I've got two young ladies enjoying the fair. Let's find out who they are.
Erica.
Where are you from?
Plymouth.
And?
Kristen. And? Marksville.
Okay, and what do you guys like most about the fair?
The food. Gyros.
Food and gyros. There you have. I don't know what a gyro is, but maybe I need to find out, huh?
Ken.
I'll bet you that's food, isn't it?
I thought they were going to say what they liked best was Pennsylvania Outdoor Life and WNEP.
That's what I told them to say, but they forgot, Jake. They didn't say it. So.
They must go to Bloomsburg. They must go to Bloomsburg High School or something.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. The food thing, I think.
I'm going to kneel down with another gentleman. Where are you from, bud?
Yeah.
Jersey Shore.
Around
your name?
Norm Kime.
Norm, and do you watch Pennsylvania Outdoor Life?
Yes, I do.
And what brings you to the fair today?
Just something to do.
Did you enjoy the taping of the show?
Yeah.
Even after Ken and Mike made all those mistakes and we had to keep cutting tape?
Yeah.
Yeah. They said that. Mike, he said that you made the most mistakes, you know.
Oh, no, that's not true. No $20 for you, pal. Hey, look who I have here, Jake.
Go for it, buddy.
Hi, guys, you're back, and look who we have for a friend here.
Hi. I made a mistake, too, before.
Yeah.
Yes. I said the deer was 3 years old. They're 3 months old.
Right.
I'm sorry. We all make mistakes. We
That's
all
true.
trip on our tongues once in a while.
That's true.
You
This
know.
is,
Patricia's sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is Dorian with our whitetail. This is King. And he's not an albino.
Okay.
He's a whitetail, and there's a herd of them up in Seneca, New York.
All right.
And you can pet our little white one here down at our petting pen.
All right.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you,
Patricia. Ken, what a great half hour.
Great.
Wasn't it?
I'll tell you what, I think we've got to wrap it up for another day here, Joe or Jake, but it's been a great day here. We appreciate everybody coming in. Thanks to all these
Mike
folks
Stevens,
out here.
thank you very much.
you.
We're going to continue to shake hands here at the Bloomsburg Fair. Thank you for enjoying this special edition of Pennsylvania Outdoor Life.
Pennsylvania Outdoor Life is a local presentation of WNEP TV. We're proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us for a look back at POL Classics. Now I'm going to invite you to join us every Sunday night at 6:30 on WNEP+.